Hi guys, good evening. Are we live? Good evening everyone. Can anyone please quickly confirm if we are live or not? Waiting for your responses guys. I think we are live, right? Yeah, hi Pratham, good evening. Good evening Pranjal. Good evening Aniket. Hi guys. Yes, so I got some responses. Cool, we are live. Yes Aniket, thanks for the confirmation. I think my voice is also clear, right? Or is there any low latency or if the voice is not clear? Good evening, Krishna. Good evening, Kashish. Good evening, everyone. We are doing well. No link shared on group today. Yeah, Rutuja, actually, the quiz link will be shared in the live chat itself. Right. So at the end of the session, we'll share a live link so where you can participate in the quiz. Don't worry. Cool. So it's clear, right? Yes. Yeah, technical party will start in next 2 to 3 minutes. Today we won't wait much time. Day one, day two. We also did day three session. You could check out on our channel. It's not that we directly skipped on day four. We even yesterday there was a day three session as well. So if you missed, you could check it out on our YouTube channel. Good evening, Ashish. So guys, quickly, if you have any doubts, you could ask him, or else, as you know, in the next 2 to 3 minutes, we'll start the session. Also, one more important information or a quick announcement is that today we'll be having a live giveaway quiz at the end of the session. So already I think you have received all the instructions in the WhatsApp groups. If you have missed it, like what are rules to participate, you might have a doubt. So it's simple, like you must be a subscriber of the channel, like you must subscribe to EdSpread, and then we will have 8 questions. So each question has a 1 minute timer. So within that 1 minute, you need to answer the question. So whoever gives the correct answer and within less time, he will be on the top for the leaderboard. Right. So in the same way, like whoever answers all the questions correctly within less time span will be the top guy for the leaderboard. So whoever tops the leaderboard will receive exciting goodies from EdSpread. But the only condition is you must be a subscriber of EdSpread. Like after you win, we will ask you for the screenshots. Like if you are not a subscriber, then even if you are on the top, then we need to skip to the next person. So that's why what I tell you is like just subscribe the channel and wait for the giveaway quiz, right? Also, it will be a live quiz. I'll share you the link and even I'll be hosting it. So don't worry, we'll give you all the support if you have any doubts regarding the quiz and all. But it will start at the end of the session after we complete the explanation. Also, attendance link will be shared after the quiz, not before the quiz, guys. So after the quiz is done, you don't miss it out. Just stay till you get the attendance link. Don't forget it. Yeah, Kumari, giveaway starts from today. Oh yeah, okay. So I think you missed day three, but no worries. It's on our YouTube channel itself. Don't worry. So I said what is the giveaway quiz and everything, right? So at the end of the session, you will have a much more detailed view on it. So till then, we'll wait for other 1 or 2 minutes. If you have any doubts regarding any of the topics or any of the thing, you could ask it, or else we'll start in next 1 minute. But guys, before starting, do consider a like and a subscribe, please, because it helps us boosting the channel so that we could do more such amazing boot camps as well. So I just want a quick confirmation. If we are ready to start, just drop a yes in the chat. If I receive all the yes, let's start. Let's see how many of you are interested to start the session. Yes, yes, I'm getting responses. Cool, so let's start. So actually, yesterday we left near functions, right? Because some technical issues and there were a delay in time, we left it till functions. So today we are gonna cover functions, and also we'll go to a new concept called Numpy or Numpy, anything you might call it. So first, let's see what is functions or what are functions. But this is not that functions which like birthday functions or any parties. This is something different. Functions in programming, right? But the meaning is same. You could relate it with the real world example, but functions are different from the day-to-day use. Okay, so what is a function? As you see the definition over here, function is a block of statement. That's it. When you have a set of statements combined is called a function. It's a block of code basically, but a block of code that runs only when it is called. So for example, we'll take a real world example. For example, someone have invited you for a marriage function, right? If they invited you, then only you will be going to the marriage or any party or anything. If they don't invite you or if they don't call you, like you don't know that there's a party going on, right? So you cannot go. In the same way, even in programming, we'll define a function, but that runs only when it is called. For example, I'm there, like some of my friends are having party. They don't call me and tell that, hey, we are having party, you also join us. They don't tell me, I don't know that there's party going on. But if they call me and tell that there's party, you also join us, then I'll get to know, okay, so there's a party, I need to go. In the same way, even in functions, after defining the function, you need to call it. If you don't call it, it won't work. In the same way, like I think you are relating to it. So that is what function is. It's a block of code. As you see, we have the syntax of the function over here. Also, we use def keyword to define the function. Like what is it? It's the syntax to write a function. So once like you could take a look over this, but we'll go to the collab so that we could do it in a much better way. As I said, what is functions? Simple example. A function is a block of code. Just remember this. A function is a block of code that only runs when it is called, right? So also I gave you a quick real world example. If someone invites you to a function, you will go, or else you won't go because you don't know, right? Because you don't know that there's a function happening, there's a party happening. In the same way, if you don't call the function, it doesn't work. So also, like we use def. Def keyword is used to define the function. So the full form of def is also define. So also whenever we use functions, just remember blindly that def is a keyword to define a function. So what is this? This is the keyword, that's it. Remember this. Now let's look at the syntax, how a function works. As you see, we have here the syntax. I'll just copy it. I'll just write it def function name, and inside the brackets, inside the parentheses, we give some parameters or arguments. I'll even explain this. And then we have a semicolon at the end. So this is the syntax, guys. I'm explaining a simple syntax. Don't forget this. First, we'll use the def keyword, which is called define. This is used for a function, and then function name. Whatever the function name it might be, you could save it. And then if you want to have any parameters or arguments, you could store it over here. After that, we will have a statement, or it's a print statement. You could define it as anything. So this is a syntax. This is the basic syntax of a function. I'll comment it out. Now I'll go with the real example. Now let's create a function. For example, to create a function, I already said we use the def keyword. Now I'll give the function name as Gaurav, suppose for example, or else Let's use a easy name, Gopal. Okay, so I'll just give the blank parenthesis, and then I'm printing that please come to my marriage. Okay, so what we have done over here is like we just defined the function and we gave a function name. Even this might be anything, you could write your own name or anything, that's not a problem. Then we wrote a print statement called as please come to my marriage. Now just like here we just defined it, right? We just defined the function, but are we calling Gopal anywhere? No, because like there is nowhere like we are calling him, like even we don't know how to call, right? So for example, just we thought that I need to call Gopal to my marriage, but I didn't call him. Like if you see in the program, we didn't call. So even if I run the program, see there will be no output. You can see a tick mark over here, like the code is correct, it's executed, but why there is no output? Because we are not calling Gopal. If we don't call him to the marriage, why will he come? Actually he don't know that there's marriage happening, right? So now I need to call him. How can I call him? Is very simple. You can call a function with its function name itself. With this, just write Gopal and blank parenthesis and again run the code. Now Gopal knows that okay, so this guy has invited me to the marriage, I need to go. Now we have called Gopal to the marriage. So this is a simple example for function. In this way you could understand. Then he will come to the marriage, right? So in the same way you need to define a function first, then you can call the function. That is how function works. Also let's take one more example. Now it's example, right? I'll give the function name as example, f example. And then I'm giving arguments. Till now we have saw only blank parentheses like this, but now we'll give some arguments or parameters in that. What I'm giving is first name, f name. F name is called as first name. Like even this is not related to Python, you could give any name over here, nothing will matter. Now what I'm doing is I want to print that f name plus, I'm giving a space over here, plus last name. Right, again what I'll type is the best platform to learn. This is a simple statement, don't worry about the print statement, I'll explain you. So now again what we did, we created a function, we gave two arguments. These are called arguments, guys. Like remember with the name arguments, we have two arguments over here, and then we are printing a normal print statement. We have given a print statement. Now it's time to call the function. If you don't call, it won't work. So how to call the function? I already said you need to call with the function name and then what are the parameters inside this. If there are no parameters, just give empty parentheses. For example, if there are no arguments inside this, you could just give it as empty parentheses. But you could see there is f name and l name. That means f name is first name, l name is last name. Right? So what I want to give as first name, I want to give it as, right, and a comma, just follow the same, right? And then the second name I want to give it as spread. So now whenever you run this, you're calling the function and the arguments that you're giving is add and spread, right? So now instead of f name, ed will be printed. In the same way here, instead of f name, we will get add plus and there will be a space, and instead of last name we will have spread. So then the output will be add spread is the best platform to learn. Simple. We got the same, right? Spread is the best platform to learn, but it's combined because we need to give a space over here. That's it. Now you could see spread is the best platform to learn. So in this way, we also use arguments in the function. So this is how we use arguments. And the first example that I gave you was without any arguments. It was a simple thing. Now also, for example, if you gave two arguments over here, so the number of arguments here are 2. But if you give only one while you call the function, right, you'll get an error because there are two arguments, but here you gave only single argument. Then it will show a error for sure. Let's run it and check like what will be the error. So you see there is an error called example missing one required positional argument l name. So it's telling that in the place of f name you gave ed, that's completely fine, but what about l name? Like there is nothing after ed. So now it's a missing required positional argument. So if you don't give it, I cannot run it. I cannot call the function. That's how you get errors. So instead, for example, we have here college. For example, I give college. Now again, if you give two arguments, it won't work. Why? Because there are three arguments over here, but here there are only two arguments. See, again we'll get the same error. It says that college argument is missing. Position argument college is missing. For example, you give college as what? You give also some other example. For example, I'll give the college as IIT. That's it. So if I run, now I think there will be no error. Why? Because we have three arguments. We gave three inputs. That's it. So this is how you use arguments, guys. So that is the complete thing over here. And then return statement. Now what is return statement? So I said it's like a basic English word. What is return? Like what return means is you're returning something. You're giving back something. If you took a pencil from your friend or a pen, you'll return him back, right? The same way in functions also we'll return some values. We'll return something. Let's see how that works. Again, I'm defining a function using def keyword, def keyword, and then you need to give a function name. So remember this syntax, guys. Only the first line is so important. I'll give the function name as spread. You can give anything, any function name. And then in the parameters, I'll give a single parameter that is I. That's it. And don't forget the semicolon because don't forget the colon because most of them will forget this colon and then we'll have an error actually. So now I'm defining this. That's completely fine. Instead of print statement, I'm actually using return statement. Right. So now what I want to return? I wanted to return 5 into I. What this means? Whatever you get over here, for example, I give the value of I equals to 1, then it should return me 5 into 1. What's 5 into 1? 5 ones are 5, right? If I give the I value as 5, then it's 5 cross 5. 5 into 5 is 25. So we need to get the output as 25. But I'll give it, so we have defined the function. Now it's time to call. So how can you call it? Just give the function name and whatever the argument you gave that a value. Right? So I will give I a value called 5 as we discussed in the example. Now let's run. The output is 25 because I explained why. Now this I, what happens over here is I will be assigned as 5, I equals to 5. Then automatically the value of I will be 5. So 5 into 5 is 25. In the same way, for example, you give 100. Then 5 into 100, it's 500. Simple. So you are returning a value. So return keyword is also used to return a value in the simple use. So you can read out the definition. Also we have the syntax over here. How can you return something? Right. So now the last thing comes is lambda function. Now you'll say that, sir, like how can I remember these things because they are a little bit complicated. For that, Python has a lambda function which is a little bit easy compared to syntax. Because a lambda function is basically it is called as an anonymous function, right? So like you could also use it as an anonymous function, but the main thing is like you could use lambda function to reduce the syntax. Mainly most of the people won't use, they will go with the original function itself, but if you have like if you want to go with lambda function you could go as well. So I'll explain you what is the syntax of lambda directly. So let's remove all this because you are clear with functions. Now we'll see a minimalistic version of these functions, right? So we'll have something called as lambda functions. So which are short in hand, also with the syntax. Now I'll give a variable x equals to, or else I'll give I equals to. So now I'll explain the syntax first. LAMBDA. So this is a keyword again. Lambda is a keyword in Python, so don't mess it out. And then a is to a plus 10. First I'll write the code, I'll run it, then I'll explain it. Now what I want to do is I of 5, for example. Let's see what happens. So we got the output as 15. Right. So now you'll be having a doubt like what is how we got 15. So like when we look into the code, we'll get to know that okay, we gave 5 over here. So 10 plus 5 was 15. But fine. But how is this working? So first, all I did is I took a variable called I. Then we are using lambda function. So this is the specialty of lambda, right? Because see every complete code we have written in a single line. Whereas in functions, you need to go with the def keyword, function name, arguments, all that stuff. But here we have it as a simple case. Give it as a lambda and a function name over here, a, and we have a semicolon. Sorry, it's a colon. So after a, we have a colon, and then whatever statement you want to perform, you just write it over here. Now, if I want to do it a into 10, for example, just simply again run it. Now it's 5 into 10. That's it, it's 50. So this is how you will go with lambda functions so easily. The same way if you go with functions, what happens is def a of def I of a, for example. Then I need to return something like a into 10, right? Then I need to again call it I of 5. Now I'll comment this first. Now if I run this, we got 50 again, right? But instead of writing 3 lines of code, like this complete thing was written only in a single line using this lambda keyword. That is how we will use lambda keyword. So now I'll explain you one more example so that it will be a little bit clear to you. Let's take s equals to, again simple lambda, it's the keyword, don't forget it, and then give all the parameters or the arguments uh, that you want to give in the function. Now I want to add 3 numbers, a simple thing, a b c. After that I gave 3 arguments. Now what I want to do with these 3 arguments should be written on the right side of the colon. Now what I want to do is I want to add all these. So simple thing, a plus b plus c, that's it. Now I have defined everything, that's great. All I need to do is call it s of, right? So we give s. Now what are these things? I need to define numbers, right? I'll give 1, 2, 3. I'll run it, then it will add all these and give me an output. It's 6. 3 plus 2 plus 1, it's 6. In the same way, like we could use lambda functions, these are also called as anonymous functions, so that no one can see. Actually, these functions will be hidden if we go with lambda functions. So that's the use of lambda functions. You could have a less syntax also, it's defined completely in a single line. This is the complete thing about functions. So actually it's a day 3 PPT, so we covered up. Now next we will be going on to Numpy. This is a new topic, like we are entering into a little bit machine learning side. That's why Numpy. But now let's take a 2-minute quick doubts if anyone has doubts. I'll wait for 2 minutes, guys, if anyone has doubts. Okay, Samyak asked that, so what is the difference between parameter and argument? See, actually you will be defining both in a single thing, but yeah, there is some difference. So the values that you declare within a function are known as arguments actually, right? So in a function, whatever you define inside this statements are called as arguments. But the variables that are defined for the function, if you want to define any variables for the function, those are called as a parameters. That's how we use. If someone is asking, send the PPT. Sure, sure. I'll send the PPT link again if you want to access, like open a drive link. Okay, again, Caesar is asking, Panda should be learned first or Numpy. What I prefer is like going with Numpy is easy because in Numpy you'll be having a little bit concept of arrays and things. After that, you could go into Panda so that you'll have a much more understanding because Numpy is comparatively easy rather than Pandas. So I dropped also a Day-4 link. Okay, Devansh is asking, sir, please explain the purpose of Lambda. So we use Lambda functions when we require a short functions, a small functions, or as anonymous functions. We require, like whenever we want to give a small functions or within a short period of time, we use Lambda functions. Also, I said those are called as anonymous functions because they are hidden, right? So that is the main use of Lambda functions. Also, we have gone through some examples. So any more doubts, guys? I guess there are no more doubts. Yeah, we can also do a bootcamp on DSA Mega now. For sure, we'll be looking into that. Also, we have covered DSA once. So if you want to look at the videos, you could go through our channel and watch the videos. But guys, don't forget to like the video because we are 150 people and only 60 likes for the video. So if you are enjoying the session, just hit the like button. Cool. Now we'll go on to the next topic, that is Numpy. So this is what a little bit interesting or important concept because we are moving a little bit towards machine learning side. Machine learning side. Cool. So we'll start with what is NumPy. So basically, whenever you heard the term NumPy, just have an idea that it's a module or a package, okay, in which there are some different set of codes or different set of strings. Got it? So now you'll have a doubt, sir. NumPy, like what is this? Now even there's a definition or there's a definition for this, like it stands for numerical Python. NUM is standing for numerical and py, as you know, because all the Python files will have .py, right? Py is Python. So what is numerical Python? Like we can work with different kinds of numbers or different kinds of arrays or computation things using NumPy. So that is the reason it is also called, like it is a fundamental package for scientific computing in Python. If you want to do any scientific calculations, any big like huge number of calculations, you could go with NumPy. Okay. Also, we have some of the set of like definitions or any other meanings you could study it so that you'll have more better understanding. But in my words, NumPy is a Python library. Just feel it as a. I'll write it over here. NumPy is okay. I didn't zoom it. NumPy is a Python library used for working with arrays. So till now you had it out, like most of them even asked me in the live chat. So don't we have any arrays in Python? No, actually in Python we use list, list. Actually we looked into it yesterday or day before yesterday. We use list, but in NumPys we use completely arrays. So NumPy is a different concept, but it's related to Python only. It's a subset of Python. So NumPy is mainly used for working with arrays. That's it. Just remember this point. So in this we'll be covering completely all the arrays. But you have a doubt, like arrays also will be the same as list, right? Also I'll explain you why. But now, like why NumPy is used? We are using NumPy. Okay, NumPy is numerical Python. We are using for scientific computation. Everything is good. But why? What's the real use of it? So in Python we have list. As we have already discussed, we have lists in Python. That's completely fine. But now again, why are we going into arrays? Because lists are slow compared to arrays. Okay, so that's why we go with arrays, because in NumPy we do huge calculations. Right now in the session we won't do, but the real use case would be like adding up a lot of huge among us data. So when you go with a huge data, list cannot work over there. It will crash. The system will crash. So if the system crashes, then the company's reputation or like the work wouldn't be happening. It will stop. But whereas you go with arrays, they are manageable. They could do the work. Even it's not like, sir, even arrays could crash. Yes, even arrays could crash sometimes, but not as much as list. That's why people go with arrays. So that is the reason NumPy is used. So you could read all the definitions, but that is the main reason NumPy is used rather than list. So now, like, okay, list, we are using NumPy compared to list, but how is NumPy faster than list? You will have a doubt, right? You said that NumPy is faster than list. That's okay. We are agreeing with that. But how is it fast? Like, I want some explanation for that. So how is it fast? Is like NumPy arrays are sorted or they are stored at one place. That's it. I'll show you how an array looks like. It's simple like one. It's same like list, right? This is how an array looks. It's same like list, but we have some other things that we will initialize to it or that we will be defining so that it will convert into an array. It looks same like list, but there are some other properties or functionalities for arrays. So that's why they are stored all at one place, at one contiguous place. which unlike list. But in list, what happens is whenever you go with list, they store wherever they want. But in arrays, that's not the case. They store at one place. So which makes you to get the list, or which makes you to get the data so fast. That is the reason the processes and all the things are efficient. Even the behavior is like manageable with arrays compared to lists. So that's why people also use arrays rather than lists. So these are the negative points of list and positive points of arrays. Also, when you go with list, what happens is the RAM or the disk size increases. Whenever you go with huge data, this will blow up. If I use some big computation things using list, this will like boost. Then what happens is my system crashes. But whereas if I use arrays, that won't go to that extent, but it will save my PC. It won't go to that extent. That is the reason we use Numpy. Now let's quickly get into example. I know there's a much theory, like I explained some theory, but yeah, I understand like when you go and code, then only you'll be understanding it. Now like how to get, just a minute, I close it. So you'll be having a doubt, so okay, Numpy is good, Numpy is library, everything is fine. How to get it? Actually, to get it, you need to actually install it. Okay, so rather than installing, it's like install pre-installed. All you need to do is, if you want to use a library or a module or a package in Python, you need to remember a keyword. Alright, for using a package or a library in Python or any programming language, there is a keyword that you need to use. Can anyone guess that keyword, guys? Do anyone know what is the keyword? What is the keyword that is used for using a package or library, anything in Python or in any programming language if you have any previous experience? Okay, Anshuman said that import. Is import correct, guys? Everyone are telling import. Great. So I guess you all know what is import or how you will use other libraries. But for people who are new and who are wondering what is import, what is this any import and export business? No, nothing like that. So there's something a keyword called as import. I'll explain you with a real world example. Everyone knows import export. Import is like you are importing something from other countries, other states to your own state. Export is you're giving to them. The same way, even in Python, there are some libraries. Think that NumPy is a library which is in some other state, but you are in some other state and you want to use it. Then you need to import it from that state to your state. So how you could do that is by using import keyword. You don't need to really get it or import it. Just use import keyword. That's it. It will, now you are ready to use it. You could use it in your code because you are importing it, right? So all you need to do is import NumPy. That's it. Remember the spelling Numpy. It's not numerical Python. The meaning is the definition is numerical Python, but here you need to write just import NumPy. So once you do it, just run it. There's no error, right? There's a tick mark. That means okay, importing is done. But now you want to check it. Is that really imported? Now let's go into the syntax directly. Okay, some guys said include. No, Anshuman, it's not include because in Python we use import, not include. I think include, yeah, include is used in C. Hash include studio.h and all. Now we are importing NumPy package. That's successful because we didn't get any errors. That's completely fine. Now we have to implement arrays because why are we using NumPy? To work with arrays. That's the end case. That's the main use case, right? So how can you work with arrays? I'll give a simple variable a equals to. Now I imported the package. Now I want to check what is inside the package. For example, I'll write the package name first. So in the same, for example, you bought something from Amazon, right? You ordered online something, and he has imported it somewhere to your home, right? It's a cardboard box. Think that that box name is NumPy. Now you want to see what is inside the NumPy box. Although you know what you ordered, that's completely fine. But we all are excited, right? Whenever we get a parcel or any delivery, we open it. Same way, NumPy is a box. In that there are a lot of functions or lot of methods that you can use. Now I have imported, I got the NumPy package, that's completely fine. Now I want to look in what is inside NumPy. So how you could look in is, first just write the package name, then just put a dot. Got it? So see, when you put a dot, you get all the methods that are inside NumPy box, that are inside NumPy package. That's it. You could see there are a lot of methods inside NumPy. All these are inside NumPy. They are bundled in the NumPy package. So you could use all this, but what we want, the end case is working with arrays. So I'll give numpy dot array, array. That's it. Inside NumPy, I also have a item called or a method called array. Now I imported it. So what can I do is I can create an array. So how can I do is just give a parenthesis, a square brackets, then write the elements that you want to put in. That's it. You have created an array. It's a list. Like only if you look at this, it's a list. But when you give the square brackets and you already told that numpy dot array, I want array from the numpy package. Then you created an array. So all now I'll do is I'll just print it. Right? I'll print a. Now we'll get the output like what's inside a. We'll get it. Just run it. Done. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's an array, guys. Got it? That's why we don't have any like comma or anything. But when you go with list, you will be getting all you'll get the comma and all the separated values. But in NumPy array, we'll be getting it as an array. So this is what array looks like. So this is how you could import and you could get the method from a package and then print it. Is this clear, guys? How could you import NumPy, or is this clear? Yeah, Sai Kumar, I'll explain you like how can you. Yeah, I got to know that you know, but we'll explain it soon. Could give us short name to it. Krishna Chaudhary, you could directly just use import NumPy and you could use it. Is this clear, guys? I just want a yes or no. If you are clear, then let's move on to the next topic, next concept. Great, it's clear. So now, who will write every time this big name? Like it's not a big, it's just a 5 letter. But still, we could make it short, right? How can we make it? Import NumPy as as np. So it's like a nickname. Everyone has their own nickname, Chintu, Bablu, and all, right? So in the same way, we have nickname for this NumPy. We are giving a nickname as np. That's it. Also, this nickname could be your own. There is nothing that you need to give np, but most of the programmers go with np. So this is as is a keyword which you could give, which you could use for giving a nickname to the main function. So what I'm doing is import numpy as np. Instead of np, you could also give it like your own name, but it's little big, right? So also you could give a single letter a. I want to import numpy as, I'll give p. I want to import numpy as p. That's it. So instead of typing numpy dot array, you could just type p dot array because NumPy's nickname is P. So I want to call him just P. Hey P, come here. That's it. When I run it, I get the same output. No errors. But I'm giving it a short name. Like you do Chintu, Bablu, Tolu. Right? In the same way, instead of calling with their own name, we are giving a nickname, a short name. That's it. That is why we use as keyword, as keyword. I hope you got it. So in NumPy, as I said, these are arrays, right? We are working with arrays. So in arrays, we have different types, like right types of arrays in NumPy actually. So we have 0-dimensional arrays, 1D arrays, 2D arrays, 3D arrays. If you have much more, like we'll discuss this for now, then you'll get a complete understanding. Right, so 0-dimensional, 1-dimensional, 2-dimensional, 3-dimensional. Let's quickly jump into an example. So whenever you want to go with NumPy, remember the first line. This is the first line that should be used. Just fix it in your brain. Import NumPy as np. That's it. Already said instead of np you could write anything, but the best programming technique would be giving NP, because all the other programmers will also understand. Now again I am giving a equals to np dot array. That's it. Np dot array. So first we are going with zero array, right? So we'll give a single number. For example, I'll give 35. That's it. And then I need to print it. So a. I'll run it. So if you run it, we'll get the output as array 35, because it's a 0D array, right? We gave just a single digit. Now I put a comment over here so that you will understand. It's 0D array. Wait, or else I'll comment the whole line. So now let's look how one D array looks like. A equals to, again same, np dot array. After that, now also, like previously we also saw like how 1D is done. So in the same way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 1D array. If you run it, you'll just get the array, right? We got the array 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So next we'll go with 2D array. Dot array. I'll just explain 2D array. You need to guess it how 3D array looks like. So I'll give you how 2D array looks like. We have a parenthesis and then we need 2D array, right? So give two brackets, two square brackets. In the first one, I'll write 1, 2, 3, and then I'll put a comma because this is a single array, one array. Again, I'll put a comma and then I'll go with 4, 5, 6. Now this is my 2D array because I have two arrays. This is one array, a complete array. This is one complete array. So when I run it, I get the array. So as you see, we are getting two rows, right? So this is called 2D array. So now can anyone guess how will 3D array look like? Can anyone guess how will 3D array look like? How can I access this tutorial later? All the tutorials will be on YouTube itself. Just go to YouTube and search for our channel name EdSpread. You'll get all the tutorials that are done by us. Right. So all the videos will be on the channel itself. Like you could see day 1, day 2, day 3 are here itself. So you could access it anytime. Also, if you want to watch other videos, just go to playlist. We have a lot of bootcamps that we already covered. Yeah, it will be in a matrix form, but I want syntax. I want it this way. Can anyone guess? Yeah, it's a 3 by 3 matrix. Everyone is correct. But how will the syntax look like? Yes, someone, okay, Chandrakala gave the answer. Let's just copy this and see. I'll put a equals to np dot array. Okay, let's run it and just see is it correct or not. Yes, that is correct. So this is a 3D array. Whenever you have three arrays, right, and we are getting it in a 3D matrix, this is called a 3D array, guys. I hope everyone is clear with this. And yeah, Chandrakala, like she gave me the correct answer. She gave direct syntax. Is it clear, guys? How do we define 0, 1D, 2D arrays? Hope it is clear. Are you clear with it? Yes or no? Yeah, 3 squares means 3D array. Exactly. So whenever you have 3 squares, like it's a 3D array. So now let's move on to next topic in the same Numpy itself. Something called as array indexing. I think already you are familiar with the word indexing because we already learned it for the strings yesterday. So I hope you know what is indexing means. So I'll quickly explain you. First statement for NumPy is import NumPy as np. Don't forget this anytime. And then I'll give a equals to. So if I want to define it as an array, np dot array, and then give a 1D array. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have given a single array, 1D array. Now I want to print, for example, I want to print 3. So how could I print it? I cannot give directly a of 3, like whatever, not this. I'll give it with 8, 15, 13, 48. Right, for example, if I want to print 13, I cannot give it directly a of 13. If I run it, I get error. But I want to print 13. How could it be done? There is a easiest solution possible way, that is indexing. So what is an index? So I'll give you the same example for the people who are new, who, who didn't attend yesterday's session. I'll give you an example. What is index? For example, whenever we open a book, a new textbook or anything, on the first page we have an index, right? We have an index page where we will be having all the topics and their page numbers. For example, if you want to go for any topic in the Python book itself, you'll search for the topic and then you'll directly jump to that page number. The same way, even for every topic, for example, even for every number over here, we have an index. But in programming, the index will start from 0. Just remember this, guys. Index will start from 0. Yes, already people are guessing it. They are telling it's a of 2. That's absolutely right. The only thing you need to remember is the index starts from 0. Programming. Now 8 is 0, 15 is 1, 13 is 2, 48 is 3. The same way, if I have 50 over here, after this if I have 50, then it's 4. Now if I want to print 13, I will just give a of 2. I'll give the index number and then you could get the value which is present over here. That's it. A of 2 is 13. If I want to get 50, I'll give a of 4 because it works on index. A of 4 is 50. Simple. So that's how you could use array indexing. Also, we have one more interesting thing. We could add up 2 arrays. I'll show you. What will happen if we add 2 arrays? I'll give array index as 2 and here I'll give array index as 3. If I run it, you could see 61. But 61 is nowhere in the array. But how we got 61 is a of 2. What's the a of what's the value of a of 2? 0, 1, 2. So a of 2 is 13, right? And then what is a of 3? It's 48. So when you add these both, I am adding two numbers using their indexes. So when you add two indexes, then you'll be adding the values that are present in that index values. That is the reason we got the output as 61. The same way if I go with index 3, index 4, let's run. So index 3 is 48, index 4 is 50. So 48 plus 50 is 98. That's it. This is how you could also add arrays using the indexes. So let's go to the next concept. That is array slicing. And even this will be easy for people who have attended yesterday's session, because even in string we had slicing, right? So array slicing, most of you will guess the outputs. So the first main important thing, import numpy as np, done. Then I'm giving a equals to np dot array. Like you will get familiarized, like whenever you keep on practicing, then this both lines will be remembered by you. Np dot array and give a single array, 1D array, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go till 7. Now let's look what is slicing. I'll print a. I'll give us square brackets. Now I'll print 1 to 5. I'm giving the index values. Whenever you give something over here, they are index values. If you get confused, I'll change the numbers. Right, so these are the numbers. Now if you want to print from any of the value till any of the value, then we use slicing. Now let's look at what will be the output without first running it. Let's assume. Now I'm telling that I want the array to be printed from index 1, right? Index 1. So what is index 1? It is 0. Remember that in programming the index starts from 0. So the index 1 is 52. So we'll get 52. Done. So it's telling till 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 52 to 61. So will we get the output as this? Can anyone tell is this correct or wrong? If people are already guessing it, they are telling 52, 83, 4 and 53. But why not 61 guys? Because even we have the number called 5. Right, so index 5 is 61. Why shouldn't we print 61? I think 61 also should be printed. Because it's index 1 to 5, right? Then why not 61? Can anyone tell me the answer? Like why cannot I print 61? First let's run the program, let's see. Okay, so this is, let's comment it out. Okay, so as people said, it's only 4 digits, 52, 83, 4 and 53. We are not getting 61, why? Yes, you are correct guys. Like people who attended yesterday will be super easy, it will be super easy for them. Because in indexing, in slicing, the last digit will be n minus 1. The value of n is 5 over here. So 5 minus 1 is 4. So it will be printed only till 4th index. So the 4th index over here is 53. So that is the reason we will get only 4 digits. That is the same for string slicing as well as array slicing. I think you are familiar with array slicing. If you want to print from the starting till the 4th digit, just give nothing over here, just give the colon directly and run it from the starting from 15 till 53, because I said 5 minus 1 only 4, right? N minus 1, so till 53 only will be getting. And if you want to print from index 1 till the end, so index 1 over here is 52 till end is 37, right? So if you want to print it, just give the first index number, after that a colon and just square bracket, close the bracket, run it. From 52 you will get all this. So this is how you could do the slicing. If you want a much more detailed video or detailed explanation about this, check out the day 3 video, because they will have explained using strings. So once you go with strings, it will be super easy. So if you want much detailed explanation, go for the day 3. You'll have much more understanding. So that is what we use as slicing. And then I'll explain you one more thing. Again, let's import Numpy as LP. And now I have something called as arrange or something, arrange, np.arrange. Okay, the function called a method already. So as I said, in np box I have arrange. Now I am giving 0, 10. I gave a range, so it's like you can do for a better understanding. If you divide a range, right? So you need to give a range. That's it. But we are combining it for a function, so it's arrange. I gave a range of 0 to 10, right? Let's run it. So see, we got all the values from 0 to 9. Like we didn't get 10 because when you count it, we shouldn't get the number 10. We should get total values as 10. So if we count it, we'll get 10 values. If we give 1 over here, then we'll get 1 to 10, 1 to 9, right? So last value will be obviously n minus 1. So this is how you could also give specify range. Also we have something called as step. For example, I give 2. Now I put 0 over here. I'll run it. See. Now we got 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. Why? Because after 0, directly add this. Whatever you give it after the index, after the range, will be added. 0 plus 2 is 2. Then the output. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. So that would be adding up 2. If you give it as 4, then we get 0, 4, 8. That's it. Because it's getting summed up with 4. So this is also called as step. I'll give you the syntax. np.arrange. So first you'll give the start index, end index. After end index, you will be giving step function or step value, and just put that step. This is actually the step count. I hope you got it. Got it, guys? Also, next we have one more function in NumPy itself, np dot zeros, zeros. What this does is it will give me all the zeros in the matrix. If I run this, I gave a 3 by 3 matrix, right? But I want all the zeros. Yeah, it's a spelling mistakes. Spelling mistake. That's it. So now you see we got an array which is a 3 by 3 matrix, and all zeros are printed in it. Right? If I give ones, for example, I want all ones. I give just ones, print it. We'll get all the ones. Now you have a doubt like, so what is that one dot comma? Why are we getting dot beside that? So all this default type is float actually. I think you remember what is float. 1.3 or 1.0 is called floating values, right? The same way we have, I want ones, but here it's 1 point. Now if I want to convert it into an integer, all I need to do is just put comma and int in, that's it. Now all these numbers will be into integers. I'll copy this output, I'll paste it over here. So this was the output we got, guys. Now let's run the same code and see what will be the output. So see, you have the difference. Right now we have just integers 1 1 1. It's not float. If you don't give integer, then you'll get the output as float because the default type is float. Again, if you give complex, all these are data types. If you give a complex, we'll get complex data type. That's it. That is how it is done, guys. So now we got also complex values. So if you want to eliminate the dots, like if you want to convert it into integer, just give int, run it. Instead of getting one dot, you'll get just single ones. I hope you are clear with this. And I'll explain you the last thing in NumPy, that is concatenation or adding up two arrays. How can you do that? So import NumPy as np. I'll give array1, arr1 equals to np dot array, and I'll give a single dimension array 1 2. The same way I'll give array2, but this with 4 5 6. Right, so now we have two different types of arrays. Now you'll be having a doubt, how can I add these two arrays? Right, we have a simple function in NumPy, that is np.concatenate. So all these functions are present in NumPy, guys. As you see, we got it. It's a function, right? It's a function. So np is a package which has a lot of functions in it. Np concatenate, and then you just need to give the values. You need to give the values of the arrays. I'll give array1, arr1, comma, arr2. So what I am doing is I want to concatenate. The meaning of concatenation is just adding up, just summing up. So if you run it, we didn't get the output because there is no, I'll delete this way. Yeah, we didn't get the output because we are not printing out the statement. Print arr. Now we'll get the output. I'm concatenating it, right? So as you see, we got, like there were two arrays before, but we got all of them in a single array. 1 2 3 5 4 5 6. That's it. That is how we use concatenate. That is the main use case of concatenate, to add two arrays. So that is the complete part about NumPy, because also we have given all different types of things that are done for NumPy. You could just go through, or else we have already explained different examples. That's it for NumPy, because there's no much thing about this. The only concept of NumPy is to use arrays, guys. So that is it for today. So now it's time for quiz. I know everyone is excited for quiz, but before going to quiz, is this clear? I mean, the complete concept is clear for everyone, or do you have any doubts in NumPy? Yeah, quiz and attendance. Exactly. Quiz will be started sometime. After the quiz is done, you will get the attendance form. But before starting the quiz, I'll tell you the rules, because rules are important. If you miss the rules, then if you even get the top, then it won't be valid. So it's a giveaway quiz, guys. Like, you will be receiving goodies from EdSpread. So the rules are simple. You must be a subscriber of EdSpread channel. Okay. So you should be already a subscriber to the EdSpread channel. So if you haven't, just subscribe right now and get a screenshot, because if you get onto the top, we'll ask the screenshots for sure. So right now get it, because we check time over there. So get the screenshots right now. After you get the screenshots, that is first rule. And then we have 8 questions in the quiz, total 8. And each question has a timer of 1 minute, 60 seconds. So within 60 seconds, you need to answer the correct answer. So people, whoever answers the correct answer within less time and most correct answers will be the top. So after every question, you will be having the leaderboard as well. So in the leaderboard, you could see who is in the top. Right. So these are the only basic rules. After the quiz is done, if you, for example, if you are the first guy, if you are the first one who is the winner, also take a screenshot of your mobile or laptop, because we need to verify it, because we will see check that okay if you are the first or not. So all you need to do is 2 screenshots. One is the subscription of the channel, a subscribed screenshot of the channel, and the next one is if you are the first winner, if you are on the top of the leaderboard after the quiz is ended, just take a screenshot and send us on the WhatsApp. That's it, no big deal. This is how we'll be conducting the quizzes, guys. So right now I'll give you the link of the quiz. All you need to do is join in over there. But before that, let's hit the likes 200, because we are 220 people and the likes are just 144. Meanwhile, I'll create the quiz and I'll activate it. I hope you make the likes till 200. Also, don't forget to subscribe, because if you don't subscribe and if you are not a part of Headspread, then sorry to say, if you are also on the top, then you cannot get the goodies. So I'm activating the quiz, guys. Just a minute. Meanwhile, let's hit the likes till 200. Okay, so multiple lines comments feature has been recently added in new version. Uh, I think no, because we were using multiple comments from a long time. I mean, not for years, a back of years. But I guess yes, it might be added. So guys, I'll be posting the quiz link within few minutes. I'll be posting in few minutes. Till then, let's see. Sir, I joined only on Telegram. I want to be a part of WhatsApp. Okay, so people who haven't joined our WhatsApp groups, I'll share you the WhatsApp group link as well, because over there we post all the important notes or anything, all the important boot camps. If we are launching any new boot camp, we'll post it over there. So if people are not, if anyone has not joined our WhatsApp, you could join it over here. Yes, I sent the WhatsApp group link, so I'll pin it as well. If you're absent one day, what will happen? Nothing happens. If you're absent and attendance, you'll lose the attendance. But you could check the video again. Okay, can I get the certificate? Yes, you could get the certificate, because we only consider 75% of the attendance. Because we know everyday people can't attend because there might be some issues, right? So we consider WhatsApp group is full. No, actually, Lalit, whatever link I posted you right now, it's like it has some participants more. You could join, no issues. Okay, guys, let's hit till 200 and then I'll start the quiz. I'll share you the link of the quiz. Then let's go. But don't forget the rules. You need to be a subscriber of the Headspread community. So just subscribe the channel and have the screenshot beforehand. That's it. Cool. So if you are excited for the quiz, I want you to type hashtag quiz. That's it. Let's see how many of you are excited. And then I'll share the link soon. Yeah, only admins can chat, because only we will be posting the content. Yes, Sagar, we'll be also making projects on the 7th day. Let's see how many are interested for the quiz. Cool. Okay, I got a lot of responses. Quiz, quiz, quiz. Great. Now, Cool. So this is the quiz link. Okay, I'm posting the quiz link in a minute. In a minute. Yes, guys. 200 is completed. So yeah, this is the quiz link. Everyone do join out fastly because we have only for few people. Guys, just stop. Okay, just stop it. I'll pin it. How can I? Done. So I pinned it. Everyone join it quickly. Even I'll be joining. I'll host the event. Join in. I'll put my name. Okay, 14 users. Let's see. Join in, guys. Join in. Hashtag quiz. Yes. So don't forget the rules. Subscriber of the channel and answer should be given so quick. Then only you can get on to the top. So now it's 85805. Exactly at 87 or 88, I'll start the quiz. So if people who didn't join it soon. I'm dropping the links again. Even I am spamming it because the chat was too fast. Cool. 135, 140. Waiting, guys. What is there? I'll explain you after the quiz because everyone is in the quiz mode. Yeah, guys, attendance link will be sent after the quiz is done. So once the quiz is done, return back to the live, then you will be getting the attendance link. Fill it out. Next 2 minutes, we'll start it. We'll start the quiz in next 2 minutes. And also there will be some delay with my screen and your screen. So it will be a delay of 30 to 40 seconds. Just manage it. For 215 users. So only 2 more minutes. After that we'll start at 8 p.m. We have 8 questions, 1 minute for each question. Whoever answers the correct question within less time will be the top on the leaderboard. Don't forget to subscribe the channel and get the screenshot. We are starting in the next 1 minute, guys. When I am waiting, let's see. How can I send screenshot? Yeah, we'll tell you how to send screenshots after the quiz. You need to just send it on our WhatsApp number. I'll tell you where we will be having the WhatsApp everything. Guys, 1 more minute left. As soon as it's 8, the quiz will be started. Yeah, it's MCQs. It's MCQs. Okay, we are starting the quiz. Let's go, guys. All the best. Here's the first question. Let's see what people tell the answer. So it will be for 1 minute. You could answer it within 1 minute. Yeah, so people who will top the leaderboard after the quiz will receive goodies from Expert for sure. We'll get his address from WhatsApp and all. Don't worry. Few seconds left. I hope most of the people will guess it correct because yeah, poll is locked. Okay, I see most of the people giving the answer as I. Let's see the correct answer. Great, I is the correct answer. So people 49% have guessed it correctly, but other 51% I don't know why. This is just indexing, guys. I already explained. Let's see the leaderboard who is on the top. Oh, Anshuman. Anshuman is on the top, guys. He's on first. Anshuman, Payal, Sunil, Ayush, and Ishan. I see you guys on the top. Eight. Good going. Let's go to the next question. Okay, even I'll participate in this. I'll not tell the answer. I won't tell anything. I'll just put some random thing and submit at the end of last 5 seconds. I don't know what's the correct answer because I'm not the one who created this. I'll just submit something. So how to answer? Just click on the option. Just click on any option that you feel is correct. Hey, so 59% people were with me. They were telling it's HEY, all are small, because it's S1 dot lower. Let's see what is the correct answer. Even I don't know that this was. I don't know what is the correct answer actually. Guys, it's wrong. HEY is wrong. HEY is the correct answer because S1 dot capitalize. This will be used to make the first letter capital. That's it. Sorry to say, like if you look like all the 59%, we are wrong, guys. Even in fact me. Let's see the leaderboard. Oh, Prakhar. I think I'm pronouncing your name correct. Prakhar, Prakhar. Okay, so you are on the top. Congratulations. And then we have Vineet, Prathamesh, Sahu, and Vijay Raju. Great, guys. Let's see. Because we have six more questions, so don't worry. What data type is the object below? What data type it might be? I think this will be the most easiest question in the quiz. Only 10 seconds will be enough for this because we have explained this in much clear way. I think it's array, right? It's array, I guess. But I don't know. See, if you go with me, I don't know what will happen because even I don't know what is the correct answer. Dictionary, tuple, list, array. What might be correct? I'll go with array, guys. I don't know. I'll go. Even I'm just a participant like you. Let's see if my IQ is correct or not, or it made me wrong. Okay, so 74% people guessed it. List, is it list? And 9% people were with me. Thanks, guys. Always there are someone who are being with me, even if it's correct or wrong. I don't know. Let's see the correct answer, guys. It's again wrong. We are wrong. List is the correct answer. Even I thought list, but I went with array. Yes, this is a list. We already discussed. These are so many different data types. This is a list, guys. We have answered wrong. Let's see the leaderboard. Who is on the top? Prakar. Again, it's Prakar on the top. Cool. That's great. Again, we see the same names. How is this possible? Vineet. I think Vineet came up to second place. And then we have Sahu, Vijay Raju, and we have Prathamesh. I think Prathamesh was second on for the second question. Now he's on the fifth. No worries. Let's try. Let's see. Let's look at for the next question. Okay. What is the last thing printed when the following code is executed? So this is a executing part. I think we need to think about this code. We have number equals to 0. Okay, this is loops, guys. Yesterday we have covered what are loops, while loop. Even I think I should go with the option. Which option should I go? Actually, don't have any idea because I'm very poor at loops. Which option should I go? I think this. I'll go with this number because it's just printing the output, right? Number comma number. Let's go with this. Okay, everyone has different options, but again, 9% you guys are with me. This is what I have the confidence. 9%. Even for the third question, we have 9%. Again for this. Cool, guys. You are amazing. Let's see the correct answer now. Let's see what is the correct answer. Guys, again we are wrong. How many times we will go wrong? All these 9% people will feel how many times we will be wrong. Even we don't have 1% luck, guys. People with 45% who are answered 10 are correct. Maybe we don't have luck, but that's completely fine. Let's see the leaderboard because anyhow we gave all the wrong answers. Let's see who is on the top. Rakhar again. How man, how are you doing this? Rakhar is on the top, and now we have completely new names. Praveen is okay. Rakhar on the top. Mukul second. Sakshi, Shivam Kumar, Rohit. No worries, guys. We have still 4 questions. Let's see. Let's go with the next question and see what will happen. Let's go with the next question. Which keyword is used for function? Which keyword? Function means it's function, right? So what is? It's so easy question, guys. Function means function. So that is a keyword. What is it in it? For that, they gave our team gave 1 minute for this question. See how easy our teammates are. They want me to win, I guess. Give function. Let's see what will be the answer. Most of the people are with me or no. See, I answered within just 15 seconds. It should be correct for sure. So the link is not opening in mobile. Suhani, sorry to say, the quiz is started actually. You already completed 5 questions. So even if you participate now, like there's no use. Okay, again 10% people are with me. I know, guys, I'm not alone. I know you are with me. And 77 answered D. Oh, there was also DEF. Def means define, I guess. I think what might be correct. Let's see. Shit. Again, we are wrong. How many times will this happen to us? I don't know what's happening. Let's see a leaderboard. Anyhow, we are wrong. We will be on the top. I mean, from the last, we are top, guys. All the 10%, 9% people, we are top from the last, no issues. Let's see the leaderboard. Rakar, what are you doing? Again, he's on the top. Rakar has answered all correct. Mukul, Patwal. Rakar, are you guessing them? Because see the time distance, guys. Mukul, all you, like all other 4 guys, you need to come on to the top. This guy is answering so quick, I don't know how. Sakshi, Shivam, Rohit, great guys, no worries. We have 3 more questions. Okay, we have 3 more questions. So let's see. Let's see what will happen. Let's go to next question. Which which of the following operator is the correct operation? Guys, I'm just doing it for fun. Like, I'm not telling you this is the right answer because even I'm just participating. So, okay, from now I won't tell you what will be the answer. I'll be quiet. But at last 5 seconds, I'll answer something random because I want to show you the leaderboard, right? So I need to answer something. French strokes. Guys, even if you answer in the comments, there wouldn't be anything. Answer in the quiz. I answered in last 2 seconds. Okay, so for the first option, there are 24%, 69%, 5%, 2%. Let's see. I think the majority goes with 69, like A star star B. Let's see. I think you guys are correct because 69% the highest, right? Let's see. Correct answer. Great, great. So 69% people have the idea of this. Good one, guys. So this is the correct. Now let's look at the leaderboard, guys. Prakar again, and then we have Mukul. Mukul is competing a lot with Prakar, with Shivam. We have same guys again, Sakshi and Rohit Kumar. Guys, come on, keep answering so fast so that you can beat Prakar because he was first from the second question, I guess. But see my rating, it's 280. I think I am the last. No worries, let's see, guys. We have still two questions. Mukul and Shivam, don't leave Prakar. Okay, what will be the output of the following code? Let's see, it's output, it's a if else statement, guys, with functions. I think you will answer this because if else is easy and also we have covered functions, right? People are telling it error. Okay, okay, can it also submit? Yes, submitted. Okay, again, 67 are going with even. Some of them went with error. Some went with odd. Some said none. None means nothing. Don't do anything. Right. Let's see now what's the correct answer. Okay, it's even. It's even, guys. So people, 67%. You are right. I think this quiz is so easy because everyone is guessing. Let's see the leaderboard now. Again, it's Prakar, Mukul, Ashish, Pratmesh, Manpreet. Pratmesh is back on to top 5. Guys, this is the last question. This is the last question that will be deciding the winner. I guess it will be Prakar because he guessed all correct and within less time. But don't give up all the other top 4 participants because even you have the time to give. All 3 participants, Ashish, Mukul, and Pratmesh. This is the last question, guys. So whoever answers it correct and quickly will be the winner. Let's see the final question. Okay, what will be the output? So many outputs. This is a code, guys. You need to give the output of it. So we need to print what will be the output. Let's see, this is a deciding question, guys. When I am excited, who will beat Prakar or he will be on the top? I don't know what will happen. Let's see what is the correct. They guessed error 6, some guess 3, some guess 0. Anshuman is telling Ben Stokes. It means Ben Stokes means option B, so it's B. I think Anshuman is giving hints. But let's see what's the correct answer, guys. Guys, I'm well done. That's correct. I'm correct for the first time. But 65 people gave the wrong answer. 6 is the wrong answer, guys. Error. Because I explained you, sets cannot be changed, right? Sets are immutable. So let's see the leaderboard. This is the final one. Who is the winner? Even I am excited. Who is the winner? God, Prakar, congratulations, man. Congratulations. You are the first winner. And also Mukul, Ashish, Rajesh, and Deekshanga, I guess. Deekshagna. No worries, guys. Well done. Good job. But everyone tried well. That's good. Cool. So congratulations, Prakar. So you are the top, right? So you will receive goodies from Expert. So Prakar, before leaving, all you need to do is take a screenshot from your side. Take a screenshot from your side, and then send it on to our WhatsApp. I'll give you our WhatsApp number. You need to send us two screenshots. One is the quiz screenshot, like this one. From your side, it will be you'll get the position over here. You finished as first, right? So once we verify it, then we'll send you. So you need to send the screenshot and also subscribe screenshot. I'll give you where to send. I'll give you a WhatsApp number. It's our expert number. You just type it. So congratulations, Prakar. But all the other top 5 contestants, like it's great. Like we'll have many quizzes, guys. So don't worry. You could win at any time. Okay. So don't worry. You'll win it at any time. So we are always here. But congratulations for all the participants. I'll put the attendance link right now because you need to give the attendance. Yes, guys, attendance. But before going to attendance, can we hit 250 likes? 250. We are 220 people. I hope you will do that. As soon as we hit 250, I'll put the attendance link. I already pasted it over here. So just I need to send it. But I think you enjoyed it, guys. You enjoyed the quiz, right? Yes, I could see most of the people enjoyed the quiz. We'll have the quizzes in this way for every boot camp. Also, we'll again plan tomorrow, day after tomorrow, anytime. We'll tell you if we have the quiz. We'll just put in all the WhatsApp groups if we have the quiz. Okay. Okay, Drainer is telling please get leaderboard based on correct answer timing. Yeah, Drainer, it's actually calculated in that way itself. If the people who give the answers first and within less time, that's it. And also there's condition that you need to give answer correctly for most of the questions, right? If you give only for one or two questions, then it's not correct. So it's already done by that platform itself. Don't worry, everything is correct. When will be the next quiz? We'll surely inform you in the WhatsApp. It might be tomorrow, day after tomorrow, or but for sure there will be one more time. There will be a quiz on the channel. It might be tomorrow, day after tomorrow. I cannot tell you, but there will be for sure. Guys, let's hit 250 likes and we'll end the session because it's late because it was quiz day, right? So for sure it will be a little bit late. More 10 likes, guys. That's it. Just 10 likes. That's cool. I did not mark day 2 and day 3 attendance. Can I? Yes, you could do. You could mark the attendance today. No worries. You can mark it. Guys, we are just 10 likes. That's it. Let's hit it. But Praka, don't forget send a subscribe screenshot and a quiz screenshot as well to get your goodies. Once we'll verify it, we'll get your address and we'll send you the goodies to your address. That's it. Cool guys, thanks a lot. I'm sending the attendance link right now because I promised. That's it. टॉप 5 को प्राइस क्या मिलेगा? That means top 5, like we are not giving for top 5 as of now. But for sure in future we'll plan for top 5 or top 10. Like for top 3 we'll give goodies and for other people we'll compensate anything. But as of now, sorry, we can only contribute to the first guide. That's it. Thanks a lot guys. Thanks for attending. If you have, like, we'll meet tomorrow again because it's already 8:30 p.m. We'll meet tomorrow in day 5 with other new content. Right, there will be other quizzes as well, but we'll tell you when we'll have the quiz. So thanks a lot for joining. I hope you enjoyed this session. Good night guys. Bye bye.